Welcoming you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. We have to look at some stories trending. Well, a lot of activities during the weekend in the world of football. Manchester is now blue, really. A lot of Manchester United fans are not too happy for that particular performance against the Etihad Stadium neighbors. Well, that's football. A lot of factions that will still follow that in subsequent matches. Let's start with Nigerian story. We always promote our own first. ICC, that the International Cricket Council Under-19 Championship, is taking place in Abuja, where teams are playing well as it is. Nigeria, really, they are doing well. They defeat Botswana to top the group as they were able to win in that particular game against Botswana. They've also done well against Rwanda, and we have to be proud of our boys. When it comes to cricket, you may want to say Nigeria is not one of those top countries in cricket, but really, we are building, and it's really going well. The Nigeria Cricket Council Federation, rather, are doing everything possible to propagate this sport, to make it popular in Nigeria. Well, good one there, and now our guys are really moving ahead, and they will be ready to do well against Sierra Leone by the time they meet. Well, good one for our team. I have in the studio, that's Sharif Abdallah. Good to have you, Sharif.
Yeah, good to be here. Good morning to you.
Good one. Well, you just saw there in cricket where our boys under 19 are playing, and it's a qualifier anyway. 8-nation tournament where the likes of Sierra Leone, Ghana, Botswana, they are all here fighting for honors. But the good thing is that despite the fact that the Kenyans of this world, the Botswana of this world, Rwanda, they are known for this sport, our boys are not lacking behind.
Well, certainly this is one sport that is not really popular in Nigeria. And, you know, gradually Nigeria is moving forward as far as the game of cricket is concerned. Even across the globe, when you talk about cricket, you talk about the likes of India,
Pakistan,
England, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka,
yes.
and you know, I can keep mentioning a whole lot of countries that, you know, have built reputation as far as cricket is concerned. But the fact that Nigeria is gradually, you know, coming up there is, it will take time, but you know, I'm really excited with the fact that we're even hosting these qualifiers right here in the nation's capital, Abuja. And, you know, it will take time for us to have that massive fellowship in the game of cricket. But trust me, you know, is something that I believe is a gradual process, but we'll surely get there.
We'll surely get there. And the fact that all this, you know, when you look at this sport on TV, when you watch, you'll be like, okay, this is not our thing. But really, you look at hockey, rugby, cricket, these sports are really gaining a lot of momentum. Nigeria is really building it. Recently, I actually checked the Nigeria Cricket Federation's Twitter handle, and I saw there how they've been able to make the sport rather popular in Zamfara State, especially the girls. The girls are really key into this sport in Zamfara State, and it's really growing. And I love the fact that this is Nigeria now. We're watching cricket live, and this is a sport that, like we mentioned, Sri Lankas of this world, Bangladesh of this world are the one playing it, and we're always like, what are they doing? Someone even asked me, what is cricket? Is it that thing that used to make noise? But really,
well, of course, the thing is, the fact still remains, as I earlier mentioned, is a thing of pride, and this game is fast gaining momentum in Nigeria. And we should be happy about that, because there is so much focus on the game of football and, of course, basketball of this world in Nigeria. So I think these are the two household names as far as our sports right here in Nigeria is concerned. So it's actually a good development and a right step towards the right direction that we are diversifying, you know, in terms of sports. I mean, not really focusing on one, because even though, you know, focusing on football, or rather football gaining more and more momentum is a global phenomenon, and there is nothing one can do about it. It's the most popular sports in the world. It's the mother of all sports. But the fact that the game of cricket is gaining momentum in Nigeria is a thing of delight.
It's a thing of delight coming from Sharif Abdallah there, who has been with us talking sport. We quickly move away from cricket as we talk about another one. Or this time around, the Nationwide League One, that is the third tier of Nigerian Football League, will be having the Super 8 starting from today in Lagos. That's National Stadium Legacy Pitch, as they call it. Super 8 kicks off today with 8 teams. 8 teams will be participating in this competition. We have 8 of them, having Smart City FC of Lagos, Madiba FC also of Lagos, FC Ebedei, Police Barretta of Gombe, Kun Khalifa FC of Imo State, Aspire FC of Anambra State. You have Junior Damburan of Katsina State, and you have Milantaki FC of FCT. They'll be fighting for honors. Who will be the champion of the third tier of Nigerian League? Well, NLO, that's
the Super 8, exactly. I think among all these 8 teams you've mentioned, I have an idea about 2 to 3 teams. Smart City has always been a household name as far as the NLO is concerned. And of course, they've really been doing well. I can remember vividly when they pulled one of the biggest surprises in the ITU Cup. Knocking out the almighty Eimba out of the Nigerian, the former Challenge Cup, I beg your pardon, the ITU Cup, are now for sponsorship reasons, so it tells you a lot about this team. That's the Smart City FC. And I have watched Milan Turkey Care right here in Abuja. I'm without mincing words, trust me, this is one of the best teams I have seen so far.
I think
I have an idea.
Recently, they traveled out, so
exactly. They conquered the world.
Yes,
in Norway and in Denmark. I mean, of course, I call them the conquerors of Scandinavians. Because imagine champions in Norway and Denmark is no mean feat for a Nigerian club. So I'm really happy and impressed. And these are probably first timers. So of course, I know of Junior Damburan from Katsina State also. They are one of the best teams so far from that region. So, and I think about 3 of them. So I will surely go for any of the 3. Milan Turkey Care, Smart City FC from Lagos, and of course Junior Damburan. These are the teams I expect, to be on the podium at the end of this NLO Super 8 tournament.
Super 8 tournament is taking place in Lagos. 8 teams will be vying for honors to know who will win this year's edition of Nationwide League One, the third tier of Nigerian Football League, after you have the MPFL and also the Nigerian National League, the one we call NNL. Well, kudos to all the teams there, well, for the fact that they were able to top their groups. But you look at every angle of playing football, they want to make sure they get there, and right now they are there to fight for the #1 position, that the best team win. Coming from Sharif Abdallah there, even though he mentioned 3. But right now, we'll be moving away. Let's talk about the recent election that happened in Edo State, in Benin City, where a particular person emerged the president. That's the person of Ibrahim Musa Gusau, who right now has been elected as the NFL president. The story coming is the fact that stakeholders must unite for Gusau to move Nigerian football forward. If you are to move forward when it comes to football development in Nigeria, all hands must be on deck to see how this former chairman of chairmen can do well. Right now, he is the president of Nigerian Football Federation. What can we say about this? Well, coming from a lot of Nigerians are looking at all stakeholders, not just one particular side. Everybody must work together for Nigerian football, and they must support Gusau. Well,
certainly, I was in Edo. I came back 48 hours ago. I witnessed the election. I call it a new dawn as far as Nigeria Football Administration is concerned. Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Gusau has emerged the new president of Nigeria Football Federation, and trust me, all hands must be on deck at the moment to make sure Gusau's administration succeed. If Gusau's administration succeed, it literally means Nigeria football will succeed. I'm talking about Nigerian football from every perspective, from all angles, in every ramification.
Yeah, the beach soccer,
the big soccer, the junior national teams, the Falconets, the under-23 Olympic Eagles, the Super Eagles, and of course the other national teams. And we shouldn't forget the fact that having a vibrant league is also the life wire of Nigerian football. So these are some of the focus of newly elected president. He's someone that I know very well. I mean, a gentleman per excellence. I mean, very humble, and a man that is ready to listen, with a lot of creative and effective ideas. So I believe with this, not just Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau, because he is the president as well, but he has his own foot soldiers. Aisha Falude, the chairperson of the NWFL, has been elected as one of the executive board members of the new NFF Exco. I mean, she has done extremely and exceptionally well with the Women League. Exactly. And she has done very well in the last couple of years after she was appointed as the NWFL chairperson. And Alhaji Sharif Rabi Inua has done a lot with the referees committee. I mean, at least we've seen a sign of changes. We've seen the right step towards the right direction. So, and I think prior to the election, we saw Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau's manifestos. He made mention of having a vibrant and working league. Yeah, he made mention of that. And also, he made mention of, prioritizing age-grade national teams, starting from the U17 boys and girls, U20 and U23 as well. This is to tell you that he is trying as much as he can to have these robust ideas so that Nigerian football can move forward. We just need that growth and development.
When it comes to Nigerian football, we know a lot of issues here and there, and hopefully, just like clarion call has been made to Nigerians now, stakeholders, to make sure all hands should be on deck for this particular development we've been yearning for. Right now, okay, maybe let me do it this way.
Sure.
Let's look at the board members now. NFF board members, even though it has been since on Friday that's when the election took place. NFF board members, we have there Ibrahim Musa Gusau as president, Felix Anyasu Agu as the first vice president, chairman of chairmen is now Ahmed Yusuf, the one they call Fresh, North Central, Right Honorable Margaret Ichin, Babagana Kali and Timothy Hemma representing the Northeast, Northwest, Sharif Rabi Unua, Southeast. They are voting suspended, although that will be coming up later. But South, we have Essien Udorford and Aisha Falode that Sharif mentioned. Southwest, Sunday Ajayi and Ganiyu Maje Kodumi. Those are the NFF board till 2026. And hopefully they can tinker the tank of Nigeria to a better place.
I think the first step is for us to have bury all the hatchets, and of course move Nigerian football forward. But prior to this election, there was a lot of rancor, and I was there when immediately after his election, Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau pledged to have a one united family. So it means there will be call on all stakeholders to be on board. We're all doing it for this nation. I mean, football is arguably Nigeria's biggest institution.
Of course.
Because at the moment, if you talk about Nigeria is really a household name in footballing world. When you travel out of Nigeria, people, ask you about a lot of players.
Names.
The names, I can remember vividly walking down on the street, one of the streets of, I think it's either Casablanca or Tanja in Morocco. Yes, someone was asking me, Tijani Babangida, Rashidi Akini, Finidi George.
And I'm sure you felt so proud.
Absolutely. I was coming out from one of the shopping malls, and a guy just saw me with a Nigerian jersey, and he started shouting the names of Nigerian legends. I was extremely proud, and it's something that one should cherish. So having a united family, we should have a united football fraternity. And this is one step that Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau has pledged, and I believe in the next couple of months, surely we will get it right, and hopefully Nigerian football will flourish as usual.
Hopefully Nigerian football will actually flourish. Let's hope everything will work well. We have new set of Nigerians there. Let's see what they can do. And from there, we're still talking about Nigerian football. The Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport Development rolled out this particular statement between Friday and Saturday concerning the IMC Interim Management Committee set up to run the affairs of football after the suspension of LMC. Well, in line with the 10-year football master plan as approved by President Muhammadu Buhari towards the revitalization of the domestic league, a 10-man interim management committee is hereby set up to oversee the affairs of the league until the proper professional league board is put in place. That's what's really members of the IMC as follows: Benga Elegbeleye, chairman; Paul Bassi, vice chairman, is the chairman of Aqua United; David Siwumu, head of operation, that was the former chairman of LMC CEO rather; Kule Shoname, that's the owner of Remo Stars; Daniel Amokachi, Calvin Emeka Nwuka, Aliyu Adamu, rep of the NFF, rep of the Nigerian Police Force, Barrister Danladi Ibrahim, Olumide Bamiduro as the secretary. Terms of reference of this committee will be announced shortly. These are another one.
This is, I think, like you said, is another one. But trust me, I mean, setting up a body that runs the league is actually the prerogative of the Nigeria Football Federation. For everyone that knows the setup of Nigerian football or global football. I mean, the likes the likes of Germany, England, and host of other countries. I mean, a serving sports minister just supervise, and the sports ministry is
like an
on
overseer.
ground.
Yeah.
Is an overseer, exactly. You know, the functions of Nigeria Football Federation, because one way or the other, I mean, we have an elected board. So this is actually the prerogative of the board to set up a new LMC chairman who will run and management, who will pilot and run the affairs of the league management company, the LMC, or probably we may have another board, you know. So I think there should be cohesion. There should be understanding between the sports ministry and the Nigeria Football Federation. We've been having this friction for quite
from what
some
you are
time.
saying, if I can get you clearly, it means let's just bury the hatchet. Let's start a new life.
Exactly.
Let's allow things to function the way it ought to be.
That's just
so
the
that
truth.
we can have a smooth
That's
running
exactly
of football.
how it's supposed to be. But like I earlier stated, it is absolutely the prerogative of the Nigeria Football Federation, that's the NFF, to set up a body that will run a
the
working
NPFL.
the affairs of NPFL, a working league system for this country.
Well, we've been talking concerning Nigerian football. Hopefully we get it right this time around. Things just have to be done right. Now let's go to Europe. Big one. Matches were played over the weekend, and even though some will be coming up tonight. But we're talking about where the sky over that city is turning blue. It's no longer red as usual. Manchester United fans, apologies to you guys there, but really it was a fantastic one from Manchester City. They really went on rampage. 6 goals, 6-3. They did well against the Red Devils, as they call them. Let's look at the results over the weekend as it happened in the English Premier League. You have Arsenal defeating Tottenham Hotspur 3-1. London also went into the Gunners side, Bournemouth against Brentford, 0-0. Chelsea, they went away with it, 2-1, even though their coach actually accepted that they were lucky for Silva not to be sent off. Fulham against Newcastle, it was a good one for Newcastle, came saw and conquered. Liverpool, 3-3 against Brighton. What is happening to the Cubs? The team that never walk alone, they nearly walked alone in that game. Southampton 1, Everton, good one for them, 2-1. You have West Ham against Wolves, 2-0 against Wolves United, the WW teams. It was the West Ham that actually triumphed. Manchester City 6, Manchester United 3, and the two players that did so well, Phil Foden, Erling Haaland, the giant, they were able to score a hat-trick between both of them. Leeds United against Aston Villa, well, they had to share the spoil there. Looking at the way it is quickly, let's look at the way the top 6 are actually standing before Sharif will be talking about how the matches between Manchester City and Manchester United actually went. Well, maybe while we're looking at that, look at this table now. 8 matches. You have Arsenal, you have Man City, 21-20. Spurs are standing third. Brighton have really surprised me this season. Chelsea, Manchester United. Abdallah.
Well, Chelsea, Manchester United are really having a torrid time, if you ask me, because it is obvious that you know, the anticipation, the high hopes are gradually fading. Or probably fast fading into dust, trust me, even though the season is so new. But for Manchester United, I think Manchester United are not really having it rosy. You know, I actually don't have an idea, because it's something mysterious. On a personal note, I've been trying to find out what is wrong with Manchester United, but I got an idea. Like I was telling someone yesterday immediately after the game, I told him that, look, Ferguson has overstayed, you know, because Manchester United have really been, in shambles since Alex Ferguson announced his retirement from football completely, since he left in 2013. So he has stayed there for a very long time. He has done a lot of great things with Manchester United. And at the moment, they are finding it extremely difficult to fill in the vacuum of Sir Alex Ferguson. They've tried a whole lot of coaches. The chosen one, couldn't do that. The chosen one, the first guy, David Moyes. David Moyes. Even the likes of Mourinho and LVG, Louis van Gaal, couldn't do it. So it's sad, but I believe the administration of Manchester United, that's from the board, really need to do something to put Manchester United on track, because at the moment they are at par with Manchester City. Look at
Erling Haaland. He has broken so many records just after 8 matches. He has
seriously,
3 hat-tricks.
I am not surprised because I saw this coming. I can remember I was breaking down an analysis of this young man when he took the world by storm in Poland just 3 years ago. And I was telling someone, I saw it coming. I was telling someone that, look, this guy has a lot to do. This guy has a lot to offer to the entire football community across the globe. Because I can remember one of the matches he played and scored about, was it 7 or 8 goals in Poland 2019 under 20 World Cup. Yes. That was where I noticed him, and I've been tracking Erling Haaland. When he moved to that Austrian Bundesliga club before, and then moved to Borussia Dortmund. I think he moved to RB Leipzig, right? One way before moving to Borussia Dortmund. From that Austrian club league straight to Borussia Dortmund. I saw him as a boy that has a lot of potentials and is ready to take the world by storm. I mean, he could have ended up playing for Real Madrid, but sadly, Madrid's attention was solely on Kylian Mbappe, and they lost out this exceptionally goal prolific scorer. So I think Real Madrid should be licking their wounds at the moment.
Right now, news actually arrived that they are coming for him in 2026.
I mean, coming for him in 2026 won't be that easy.
It won't be
Number
easy.
one is Erling Haaland wouldn't go that cheap. Because it could have been a different ball game entirely had it been they were able to sign Erling Haaland from Borussia Dortmund. So at the moment they won't get him cheap, and it won't be that easy for them to, for even Manchester City to allow Erling Haaland go. So
he keeps scoring this way.
He keeps I mean, there is no surprise about Erling Haaland. Check down what he has achieved, even as a young lad. He has achieved so much. So on a personal note, I'm not surprised of what he's achieving, and I believe, he has just opened the door of breaking and setting new records in the English Premier League and probably the Champions League.
Well, maybe Messi and Ronaldo should be afraid right now because the way the young lad is coming is really breaking so many records that actually looked unbreakable. Erling Haaland has really done well for Manchester City since he joined them. Now, quickly before we go, let's just look at Spanish La Liga. Matches were also played. We quickly run through some of the results. Atletico Bilbao went on rampage. They nearly spelled Almeria alphabetically 4-0. Cadiz 0-0 against Villarreal. You have Valladolid 3-2 against Getafe. Sevilla, Atletico Madrid did well. They defeated them 2-0. Mallorca against Barcelona. Congrats to Barcelona. They're back to the top of the table now. Espanyol, Valencia 2-2. Real Betis, they were actually beat by Celta de Vigo 1-0. You have Real Madrid at to draw. They draw points against Osasuna at home. Girona 3, Real Sociedad 5 as it went down over there in Spanish La Liga. Well, from the way it is, Abdallah, Real Madrid, they were leading the pack, but yesterday, that unbeaten record, as they were running right now, they got a draw, and that record actually dropped. Now,
well, they stumbled actually at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. Yes. I watched that game against Osasuna. I think Real Madrid's focus is on the forthcoming El Clasico.
Champions, okay.
And also from the Champions.
El Clasico first.
El Clasico, I think, is what they're eyeing at the moment. You should expect, it's a league game. They've been winning. This is the first time so far this season that Real Madrid, finished with a point. So this is expected because they are the European champions. They are also the current La Liga holders. They stumbled actually, but I believe they will bounce back. Mind you, Real Madrid is one team that you can never ever write off. Even you have maybe about 5 or 6 seconds. We've seen that. We've seen magic. We've seen wonders.
I'm already suspecting you to be a Los Blancos fan.
I'm not really a Los Blancos fan, but I actually doff my cap for them because I was in full throttle supporting Manchester City when Real Madrid broke my heart last season. I was in full support of PSG when Real Madrid broke my heart. But this is to tell you that, it's just that I just have to doff for Real Madrid.
You just have to doff your hat for them. They've been fantastic when it comes to this sport right now. Barcelona are top in the table. That will be the last side of the program right now. Quickly, let's look at the table. Then we wrap it up. Barcelona are top. They have the same point with Real Madrid. Although it's a big one, big fight between the two of them. Barcelona, they have 19. You have Madrid also 19 on the goal difference of 18, 11. Athletic Club 12. You have 16, 15. Betis, Atletico Madrid, and Osasuna, the team that came and they were able to share the spoil against Real Madrid. Well, those are the way actually it went down in the La Liga and also English Premier League over the weekend. In our subsequent edition, we'll be looking at German, France, and also Italian Serie A. We have to go now. Sharif Abdallah, I want to appreciate your time for coming on the show.
Many thanks to you. It's always glad to be here.
Good one there. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Sports is business and fitness. Thanks for watching.